Welcome to FX Stable Income. Now, I know that the words FX and stable income don't often go together, but what I'm about to reveal has turned this unlikely combination of words into reality. So please, get comfortable and watch this short video. What you learn is going to transform your life, just like it's already transformed mine. So who am I? My name is Scott Campbell, and most of my friends would describe me as a dreamer. I'm one of those guys who is always looking for that big break, that big opportunity. I graduated from college with a degree in computer programming and went to work as a programmer at a major corporation, but the 9-to-5 grind just wasn't for me. I hated spending all day in a cubicle typing in code. It was soul-crashing work. I dreamed of driving around in a convertible, taking long lunches and having time to spend with my friends and family. Of course, that kind of lifestyle is only available if you have lots of money, which I most certainly didn't at that time. So I spent most of my time looking for my big break, that one thing that was going to allow me to quit my day job and start living the lifestyle of my dreams. Since you are reading this, there's a good chance you can identify with what I'm saying. Maybe you too have that itch to become financially free. In my own journey, I tried some internet products that didn't perform anywhere like they promised they would. I invested in the stock market, where I saw a few big gains and a lot more losses. I even tried Forex, but again, I might make one big winning trade for every 4 or 5 losses. It wasn't enough to sustain me, and I ended up zeroing out my Forex account as well. Nothing was working for me. I felt like a complete failure at that point in my life. I've always been a very positive, upbeat person, even when I had no right to be. But at that point, I began to grow depressed. I just didn't see any way out of the situation I was in. I hated my job. Every night before bed, I felt physically ill at the thought of having to go back to my boring workplace the next day. I had difficulty sleeping. I wasn't happy, and I swear I was starting to lose my hair from the stress. I would find all these strands in my hand when I washed my hair in the shower. To make everything even worse, I now had credit card debt from the internet products that I had bought, and I had burned through what little savings I had, making losing investments in the stock and FX markets. It was the lowest point of my life, and there was no light at the end of my tunnel. But have you ever noticed that some things have to get really bad before they get better? It's like God or the universe or whatever you believe in is getting you ready for what comes next. That's what happened to me. There I was at my lowest point when I made the connection that would change my life and allow me to achieve my dreams. The turning point for me was an article in the local newspaper about a man who was donating money to our town's homeless shelter. There was a photo of the man, and he looked like a friendly, grandfatherly type. Under the photo, he was identified as an investor. And maybe it was because I didn't have anything else to put my hope into at that time, but I felt like this man might be able to give me some good financial advice. So I did a crazy thing. I Googled him, got his contact information, and no, I didn't call him or email him. I went one step further and actually went to his house. Looking back, it was probably one of the craziest things I've ever done. I mean, in this day and age, who is going to open their door to a stranger? But that's exactly what the man did. I was so shocked that I could barely speak. I stammered over my words. But the man didn't slam the door in my face. He just smiled and nodded as I blurted out how I saw his picture and saw where he was an investor, and I had tried investing and failed and was wondering if he had any tips. The man stepped outside and closed the door behind him, and we had a long conversation outside his house. I grew more comfortable and was able to start asking sensible questions, and to my utter shock, the man invited me to come back one day the following week to talk more about his favorite passion, the Forex market. I told my boss that I had a doctor's appointment and made my way to the man's house that Monday afternoon. This time, the man brought me inside and let me sit in a chair and watched him trade Forex. I learned a lot that day. I became aware of so many things that I'd been doing wrong before. But probably the most important thing that I learned that day was at the end, when I was getting ready to leave, and the man began explaining that the key to Forex investing success isn't finding home run trades. It's being able to enjoy consistent wins. Small and steady wins the race, he said. If you are constantly swinging for home runs, you are going to strike out a lot. So much so that your losses are going to eventually overtake your winnings. I was inspired that day, and I took what he said to heart. I went home with my new Forex trading knowledge and the specific strategies that he had taught me and began to slowly build my account. Along the way, I realized that if I tapped into my programming knowledge and used it the right way, I might be able to grow my earnings even faster. So I began working on a Forex trading program, a program specifically designed to identify safe winning trades that produce 10, 20, 30 pips instead of high-risk, big home run trades that could yield higher pips but also could result in higher losses. I practiced the patience that the man had stressed to me, and over time, I fine-tuned and perfected my program until I was winning 92% of my trades. That's right, I have done it. I have created a way to make a stable income trading Forex. Just like working a regular job and getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, with my program, I can now count on making over $12,000 a month trading Forex. I do this not by hitting big home run trades, but by making a series of smaller, less risky trades each day. These trades consistently produce 10, 20, 30 pips, and at the end of each week, those small wins add up to some really big profits. The first year after developing my program, I made $12,000 a month, over $144,000 that year, all from home while serving as my own boss. What could be better than that? I wasn't getting yelled at by a stressed-out boss or spending my days staring at a cubicle wall. I set my own hours and worked when I wanted. Look at this trade that I made. Now look at this one. Look at the series of winning trades that I made all in one day. By the way, that day above is now a standard type day, not an outlier. Let me tell you, when you are making consistent money and can count on having a certain amount each month, the world just opens up to you and becomes a much easier place to live. I don't stress about my bills. I live in a great house in a great location. I drive a snazzy new car. And the key to all of this happiness is my FX Stable Income software. So how exactly does FX Stable Income work? I designed the software to have an extensive database of Forex charts. Each day, it scours this database looking for potential trades that match one of these charts. When it finds one, the software instantly notifies you. This software is looking for specific types of trades, safe, low-risk trades that typically net 10 to 20 to 30 pips. This strategy, combined with the unique money management principles that I've also embedded in the software, allows users to realize consistent gains over the long term. You'll build your account balance trade after trade after trade, rarely losing, and when you do lose, the amount lost is minor compared to the steady gains you are seeing. Please be aware, though, that this software is not for everyone. If you have a risk-taking personality, it's not for you. If you have difficulty being patient, it's not for you. If you are a home run hitter who will get frustrated by a steady diet of singles and doubles, this is not for you. One way to look at this software is to think of a casino. If you are the type of bettor who likes to put all his money on one spin of the wheel or one deal of the deck, chances are this software is not for you. On the other hand, if you are someone who likes to make steady bets that won't wipe out all your earnings in one fell swoop, if you understand that the value of playing the odds and making safe decisions and seeing your money increase over time, then this software is definitely for you. Another great thing about this software is that when it identifies a profitable trade, it doesn't make the trade for you. Instead, it simply notifies you, and you make the decision whether to proceed with the trade or not. This is important because the internet is filled with horror stories from investors who lost their entire account balance in the matter of a few hours, while their Forex robot made trade after trade for them. Imagine going out one afternoon with thousands in your account and coming back to see a zero balance. That has happened to far too many traders. That's why with FX Stable Income, you always remain in complete control. Look at this trade I recently made. Here's one more. So how is FX Stable Income able to produce these types of winning trades so consistently? The answer to that question lies in an artificial intelligence component, AI, that I included in the software. This AI component is the very latest, most cutting-edge thing. We were just introducing it at the business I used to work at when I quit to trade full-time, but up until then, I had been the lead programmer on the project. I took that knowledge that I gained on the job. Plus, my company had sent me to 3 different seminars to learn more about AI, and I applied it to my trading software. The end result is that the FX Stable Income actually learns as it goes. That's right. Each day this software is adding more charts to its database and increasing its ability to identify winning trades in the future. The software is up to a 92% win rate, and I believe it will hit 93% or maybe even 94% in another year or so. Just keep in mind, 92% means that this software wins a little over 9 out of 10 times. It still loses occasionally. No FX software is perfect, and none will ever be. This means that you can't expect to trade Forex unscathed. You're going to lose sometimes. The key with FX Stable Income is those losses are rare, and each one is backed by strict money management principles that protect your nest egg and ensure no loss is truly painful. So what do you think? Are you ready to change how you look at investing? Are you ready to go from a find that one big trade mindset to a mindset where you win smaller trades more often and more consistently? If you are, then you're going to be amazed at how quickly those smaller, more frequent wins build your account balance. Plus, you won't go through all the stress that most Forex traders go through when making big trades. You won't have to worry about losing one trade and effectively ending your trading career. You won't have to stress about when to get in a trade or when to get out for maximum profits. FX Stable Income gives you signals for exactly when to buy and when to sell. Your mindset will be put at ease, and the roller coaster that Forex investing can be will suddenly become a straight, smooth highway stretching way out into the distance. Take a look at everything you get with FX Stable Income. Complete control over every trade. You decide what trades to make and what trades to bypass. A 92% accuracy rate and growing. Quick, clear entry, stop loss and take profit signals. There's no repainting or false signals. Time freedom. You don't have to sit at your computer all day. You also don't have to study charts or do research. A program that is incredibly easy to use. No trading experience required. An advanced money management system that dramatically lowers risk and protects your earnings. Plus, this program is easy to install and it works in all market conditions. So, are you getting excited yet? I hope so, as this software has proven to be incredibly powerful over time. Like I said, I made over $144,000 last year, and this year I'm on track to make over $250,000. Plus, this software hasn't just worked for me. I let 2 friends, 2 complete strangers that I met on a Forex investing forum, and my own mother try it over the last year. The lowest earner of the group, and no, it wasn't my mother, made $75,000. My mother actually made $91,000, and she didn't know the first thing about investing in Forex. Shoot, before she started, she couldn't even tell you what Forex was. Imagine someone who doesn't know anything about Forex making trades like this. And this. Well, that's what my mom was able to do thanks to FX Stable Income. Which brings me to this point.